Project Semicolon was a project founded by a girl called Amy who suffered from mental illness for most of her life. If you'd like to read more about Amy's story, then I will provide a link below just so that you can understand what she went through and why she started the Semicolon idea. Project Semicolon has now become a major organisation over in America, but the impact of it is felt internationally. There's huge ways in which it makes a big difference, but there's also lots and lots of tiny ways that just a semicolon matters to a lot of people now. The semicolon itself is a tattoo that people get to help themselves or help others in a specific mental health situation, usually pull through. It's sort of a reminder that life matters. The actual meaning behind the semicolon is basically where an author would usually have finished a sentence, they put a semicolon and continued the sentence on. They chose not to finish the sentence there, but to continue on. So for those who get a semicolon tattoo, it's generally a reminder that their story isn't over yet and they can choose to be their own author of their own life and continue living, which is why it's used mainly for suicide prevention, but it's also used for a lot of other mental health issues and just a support mechanism to help you get through hard times. It's just always there as a reminder. I myself have a semicolon tattoo on my wrist. I did get it for the same reason that a lot of people get it: suicide prevention, suicide awareness, mental health awareness. But for me personally, it also had a lot of extra meaning behind it. As a writer, I love the use of semicolons in sentences. Generally, the point where you would put a semicolon is a really dramatic build-up, and then what comes after the semicolon is like a resolution within the sentence. So for me personally, when I look at my semicolon tattoo and think about it, is right when my life is at a really dramatic, intense point and I just need to remember to stop, take a breath, reevaluate, and then continue on. That is what the semicolon means to me. But that can apply to any aspect of your life. Whenever you're feeling overwhelmed and feel like everything's too much, all I have to do is glance at my wrist and remember to just pause, take a breath, think about things, and then continue on. And that's the big part of it, is the continuing on and moving forwards, not getting stuck at that dramatic point where everything is overwhelming. When I got my semicolon tattoo, it was just for me to look at. That's why it's on my wrist, somewhere visible but slightly hideable, so that I could see it when I needed it and be reminded of it when I need it. I never thought that it would be something further. I never knew that there was this huge community out there of people with semicolon tattoos that got it for similar reasons to me. But since getting it, I've actually run into a lot of people with semicolon tattoos. The most recent lady I ran into must have seen mine and brought it up with her because she got one for herself to support her brother because he had a suicide attempt. And she showed me the one behind her ear that she got for her brother. And it started a conversation that I would not have had if I didn't have this and we couldn't share that between us. It is a way to build awareness and communicate with people that you wouldn't normally communicate with, you wouldn't normally bring up in a conversation. Oh, I support suicide awareness because my family member tried to commit suicide. It's not something that comes up in an everyday conversation. So having a tattoo and seeing other people with tattoos gives people a chance to bring that topic up in a way that is positive, or not necessarily positive, but just a bad event doesn't have to occur before the topic is raised regarding suicide awareness and other negative things. Instead, all you have to do is spot a similar tattoo on someone else's body, and then all of a sudden you've got a conversation starter about a serious and important conversation that needs to be said and talked about more. There's a lot of community groups out there for people with semicolon tattoos or that want to be a part of that similar community of suicide awareness, mental health awareness, people that both suffer from mental health or have people they love suffer from mental health, or just know about it and want to be a part of helping the community. Those sorts of community groups are really good because they give you a chance to talk about these things, get things off your chest without going to the drastic measures that a lot of people are scared of doing, such as the helplines, counselling, stuff like that. These groups just give a sort of step towards getting help that is a lot less scary to do. You don't even have to post on some of these groups. Just reading what other people are going through can sometimes be helping you all on its own. You also get the opportunity to help others with their situations, and I find that that helps a lot with my own struggles, is helping other people get through their hard times sort of makes me come to terms with my hardships. So I made this video to help raise awareness of the Semicolon Project Semicolon, and the ideas behind it that are the main purpose of it existing. It is really important to understand that there are people out there suffering from mental health illnesses and just struggling with their own lives, who may not be able to reach out for help themselves and not have the courage to seek that assistance. So if you are feeling down or know someone feeling down, it's okay not to be happy all the time. You don't have to be living the most amazing life. But if you are struggling or you feel like you can't cope, it's important to try and find ways to rectify that, because you want to live the best life you can live. And if that means getting help, it's important to do that. I will provide down below in the description a whole list of help numbers. But for now, if you're watching this, know that you're not alone, and there are lots of people out there struggling with all aspects of their life as well. Life is not easy to get through, and sometimes we do need help. I hope you learned something from this video. Its purpose is to be educational in such a delicate topic that a lot of people don't like to bring up or talk about. If you didn't know what Project Semicolon was or the reasons behind Amy founding Project Semicolon, I definitely recommend looking into it more and raising your own awareness. If you do know about Project Semicolon or the whole semicolon idea behind all the tattoos, maybe if you have one or know someone that has a semicolon tattoo, don't be scared to share your awareness of the issues behind mental illness. Feel free to share this video anywhere and try to bring up this topic more often. It needs to be something that people can feel more comfortable talking about in everyday conversation, and then hopefully people won't be so scared to reach out for help when they need it.